Welcome back to U.S. Farm Report. Excited for our College Roadshow to be here from the University of Nebraska. We have Cory Walters as well as Brad Lubben joining us. Brad, we're having this discussion before the deadline, September 30th, for a government shutdown. So I want to preface by saying that. But as you look at even anticipating a shutdown, what impacts could that have on some of the government entities?
You know, we've watched Congress sort of flail around here and try and come up with a plan, but ultimately we appear headed towards a shutdown at this moment. We already have to make plans. If you're in a government agency, we're already making plans. They're already making plans about how to deal with a shutdown. Who goes home, who stays as an essential worker. There are already costs associated with making those plans. Even if we come up with a last minute compromise, we're headed to a little bit of a shift and a little bit of a challenge in terms of some costs and some repercussions.
Well, we've known about this September 30th deadline, and we've been talking about it as far as the Farm Bill. So it's kind of taken a backseat to the government shutdown discussion. It looks like we're not going to have a Farm Bill. What is best case scenario with Farm Bill? What's worst case?
You're right. We know that the Farm Bill is not coming. It's also due at the end of the month, and it's not going to be here because it takes a backseat to the appropriations process at this point. When we get back to a debate on a Farm Bill, we still have the same challenges we had of how do you put a Farm Bill together that increases some supports, as certain members of Congress and many ag groups are asking, but also sticks within a budget constraint that we're faced with at the moment that is largely driven by a very large food assistance component and commodity crop insurance and conservation titles as well that spend substantial dollars. That budget challenge, it really sort of precludes the idea that we're going to have major reforms to a bill, which means maybe that paves the way towards a late year compromise that could get us a new bill, but more likely gets us an extension to keep this debate going into the new year.
Cory, we've talked about this, but you talk to a farmer right now, and there's not a lot of urgency that they're pushing when it comes to finishing a farm bill. And part of that may be because we have prices where we haven't had to rely on some of those programs as much. But you look right now at the trend of prices. How big of a drop have we seen in cash prices?
Yeah, from last spring to now, we're running about 20% off. That's just on future side, and then with the current river conditions, basis is also off quite a bit. So we're down quite a bit, putting quite a bit of negative sentiment in right now. But that doesn't mean we had a chance, earlier in the year to really look forward and take advantage of those prices that were offered. It's just this year we are seeing, the price path did go down quite a bit, which is unfortunate, but it's always there.
Yeah, it's different than what we saw last fall.
Yes, very much so, and this is revealing the active management. Be strategic, looking forward. Don't just wait until fall to make your decisions. There's a lot of money really floating around on this table, and it can put us in a bad financial spot real quickly.
But as we head into 2024, do you expect this price cost squeeze to continue?
Yes, in the long run, it will. The profits will be close to zero theoretically, but the variation around that can offer a lot of possibilities to make money. But if you get caught on the wrong side, meaning your production costs are way up, maybe higher than they should be, and prices drop off, it can cause a loss in wealth.
All right, well, we did have a big buy from Mexico this week. What does that signal? A lot more to talk about, but first we need to take a quick break, and then we'll have much more right here on U.S. Farm Report.